Oh, that's not good. Oh, shadow pins. What are you talking about, sir? This big man. What terrible luck. Still, wouldn't this make for a pretty interesting story opener? Titu, the tribe's old storyteller, spoke of what he'd seen. On that day of the great earthquake, he saw the giant shadow pin plunge beneath the earth. And that was how all the calamities began. Whoa! This person sure is spouting some scary stuff. I think he's a little unhinged. Maybe we should leave. Ah, yes. Gotten slow. Didn't even notice them until they were right under your nose. That line's from a story I read recently. Made a real impression on me. Still, if you ask me, eavesdropping isn't usually considered a sign of virtue. Don't blame us! You were the one talking super loudly! To be fair, we're also like standing directly next to him. So, yeah. Whoa! Really? Well, that makes things awkward. And hey, come on, little fella. Why are you backing these outlanders? Whose side are you on? Whoa! Whoa! All right. Still, it's quite the strange little ensemble. 2 outlanders and a special little Teplosaurus. That social studies bookworm sure would love to see this. Wait, you can understand what little guy's saying? Understand Saurian speak? You gotta be kidding me. No one can do that. What do you think they say anyway? Hello, my name is Little Guy. But I'm one of the children of Echoes, and we are always around Teplosaurs. You can figure out what they're trying to communicate from their eyes, their expressions, and their humming noises they make. Anyway, introductions are in order. T2, that's my name. Paimon's Paimon. I'm Traveler. Whoa! And this is Little Guy. Since we introduce ourselves without a fight, that makes us friends. And word of advice from a friend, this place is dangerous. Why don't you head over to the People of Springs instead? They got it all over there. Hot springs, relaxing music, chicks and hunks in the swimsuits, the works. All we got here is a couple huge stone pillars. Sounds boring. Whoa, now those are some big stone pillars. Hey, yo! That is not the response I expected. In fact, that's a worrying amount of excitement about big stone pillars. I need to know which one in oil first. Which one of you wrote this? Who did it? Tell me now. It's been doing poorly of late, I'm afraid. The shadow pin spirit was weakening, and the shadow it could only have pinned in place would soon silently slip away. You know what? That would make for a good starting point for a story. Oh? Sorry. Got a bit carried away thinking about stories there. Telling tales is my responsibility here in the tribe, so after many years, it's time for me to come up with some originals. And of course, something just had to go wrong with the shadow pin just as I was a few days into my music. Because why would it ever rain when it could pour? So will the rock fall down? Now, fair warning, that's a bit of speculation. Things might not have gotten that bad yet. But some accidents have indeed happened with this pin. One I can do nothing about. Is there really nothing you can do? Paimon, why are you repeating the thing he literally just said? Well, I can make a record of it all as an eyewitness. That way I'd also have a new tale, I guess. Well... Wait, you just give it up already? Actually, there's something else Paimon wanted to ask. Why is the stone called a shadow pin? What's with this shadow? Were I telling the children a story, I'd say the Wayab hung the pins here to pin the shadow of the Volcano Lord in place. But that which is sealed beneath them is, in truth, the abyss. Oh! What? So does this act like one of those sky pillar ones? Like, the sky pins and stuff? Like, is it just another form of them because NATLAN is special or something? That's how most tales in NATLAN are. They're embellished narratives held up as warnings, and all their rhetoric is kind of a metaphor. Wait, so you mean the abyss is actually sealed below here? That's right. And 2 out of 3 small shadow pins have recently floated up. Perhaps when the 3rd floats too, all the evil beneath the earth will come surging up like a tide. You have 3 of these? Huh? 3 small and 1 large, actually. And this is the big one. The others look nothing like this.
Wait, if the story is true, can't we just solve the problem by pushing the 2 pillars that have floated up back down?
Okay, Paimon, explain to me how you're going to push in giant stone pillars into the earth. Unless you somehow became Zhongli, I don't think that's physically possible. What an amazing idea. Ah, if only you were the first to think of it. In fact, lesser shadow pins have floated in the past, and according to the stories, that's exactly how it was handled. Things are trickier this time, though. With the abyss involved, we can't stand idle. Perhaps I should lend a hand?
That's right. We solved a whole bunch of other similar problems before. We're experts now.
Really? Not that I'm doubting your abilities. If that much I could tell just from how you move, Traveler. I meant to say, are you really willing to help? Since it's the abyss we're talking about, even I can't say for sure how dangerous things could get. Oh, so scary. I regret everything. And alas, Mama strikes suddenly hurt. Oh dear, I do so fear that danger's the only one for me. Why is Traveler so dramatic now? Like, don't get me wrong. I love this, but also I'm just like, Trailblazer, did you possess Aether's body or something? Like...
Hey, stop it. And Paimon just complimented you too. So your acting's terrible. Anyway, the point is that we'll help. Oh. See? Little guy agrees as well.
Like a flame that appears in darkness, so too will heroes rise up in times of great peril. Human possibility shines through glory at moments such as these. You know what? This could make for a great story too. Indeed. Traveler, you got some traits that I think even those storied heroes don't have. I'm looking forward to this, I must say. Let's go then, dear heroes. Let's go and check on our floating shadow pins. Ah, first we need to touch that. You see that, Traveler? That golden pattern in the air. Oh, it's the same thing like the last, World Quest. The little sigil thingies. Oh, this one is floating? Okay, so that's a smaller version of the pin, right? This is the first of the lesser shadow pins. The condensed solid phlogiston lies scattered. And the iridescent inscription on it has lost its constraining powers. Just as before, the abyss's influence has squeezed it out of the stone pillar.
By iridescent inscription, do you mean that shiny golden stuff we saw just now?
Now that you mention it, I think I've seen them before. You have? In NATLAN? That's not something that ordinary travelers or adventurers often see. Ancient legends tell that before the idea of NATLAN was even born, when this land was ruled by ancient dragons, the language by which they wielded phlogiston was these iridescent inscriptions. Okay, so they're explaining this to you if you haven't even done the other quest. That's interesting. So it doesn't matter which order you do them in, they'll explain to you what they'll do anyway. These days, none understand the meaning hidden in its lights. Only the golden engravings scattered across NATLAN remain to mark the trail of those ancient dragons.
Wait, so you know how to work it, but not how it works?
We cannot decipher the meaning of these inscriptions, but the way we use the phlogiston are the same, so we do understand it on that level. Let me try to explain. So, Leah has those mysterious adeptal mechanisms, yes? And while humans don't know the principles underlying their function, they can still make use of them. That's more or less what I'm talking about, despite the imperfect analogy.
So, that's how things are.
Paimon didn't understand a word of that.
Ooh, what is it? Is your stomach upset, baby? Oh? Come on! Does this even look like a stomach problem?
I don't know. After seeing you, I don't know.
Little guy, you like those shiny golden things? Oh!
They're not for eating, buddy. Oh, look at him! He's so precious.
Paimon does they could be eaten anyway, but still, watch what you chow down on, alright?
Speak for yourself.
Ugh. So much to say that we'll need this shiny iridescent inscription to push the pin back down, right?
Correct. Think of the inscription as an eggshell that's been shattered by the expanding abyss. We'll need to find the broken shards and fix the shell. Only then can the abyss be sealed away. There are so many allusions to the broken eggshell that every time it's just like, primordial one? Is that you? Huh, that's a better analogy than the last.
Agreed. That was super easy to understand. Alright then, let's begin.
If you're ready, Traveler, please touch the inscription beneath the pin. We've got to collect as much of the inscription's power scattered as it is around the stone pillars as we can. And of course, the abyss will resist too. So, please be careful. Maybe get out the way. I got this. This is just the ZZZ event. Please break the sprites in those transparent crystals. The power of the iridescent inscription seems to have transformed the solid phlogiston, but the power of the inscription is also hidden within. Oh, the power of the abyss has grown. We have to get the iridescent inscription fixed before it starts to have an effect. Be careful. Well, that's convenient that she can just do that. Ooh, give me this beetle. Excuse me, beetle. Oh, this is convenient. What happens if you don't have, someone like Kachina or Zilonin? Ooh, ow. There we go. Hello, abyssal monsters.
Ah, watch out! Abyss is coming! Looks like you have to take care of them too.
That's why we have Nubalet in this party. Because otherwise, I may or may not die. Oh, there they go. I can't believe that worked. That was truly a scene from out of story and song. The cacophony fell silent, and the pin returned to the original state. Then the giant form crashed to the ground. Oh, I think that someone could really accomplish this. This isn't a dream, is it? You're all real, aren't you? Not figments of my imagination? Hey, wake up! Wake up! You gotta fix this yourself!
Hey, there's no need to be so mean.
Okay, Paimon.
But anyway, did Paimon tell you Traveler's super strong? You think so too, don't you, little guy?
You weren't affected by the abyss, were you, Traveler? Relax, it's just the abyss. You know, the usual. Even our strongest warriors must remain vigilant. Then some face in the abyss. You're no ordinary person, Traveler. I know. I'm a descender. Who knows? The story I spin from this material might even surpass those by Sanhaj.
Huh? Well, that sure sounds impressive, but who's Sanhaj?
For those who tell stories in their tribes, Sanhaj as the masters of the Night Wind is worthy of reverence indeed. Ooh, Sanhaj reference? Can we see him at some point? Alas, time is short. I'll tell you more about Sanhaj when we got more time. Alright then, let's head for the next floating shadow pin. I want to fix this issue and start writing by nightfall. You think this is gonna be done by nightfall?
Woohoo! Let's go! Let's go! Oh!
Traveler, just like before, don't forget to touch that. What? Teleport waypoint? Oh.
Iridescent inscription, got it!
See, I didn't see that before. And I was like, teleport. Are you the animal resistant one or the hydro one? Oh, you're animal resistant. Okay, we're fine.
Let the mighty be humbled.
Ow. You mind? Try to touch an iridescent inscription. Rude. You're not Caterpillar. Alright, what do we gotta do? Same thing? Awesome. This one's bigger than the last one.
Strange, the golden patterns flew right over just as before, but the inscription hasn't appeared beneath the pillar. Why's that?
It's almost like you need more than one Paimon. That indicates that not only has the inscription been squeezed out, but it's also become fragmented. This is bad. We need to find any scattered bits and fast.
So, where do we find them?
I don't know either. Of course you wouldn't know.
Ah.
They should still be held down by some power despite being scattered, so my guess is that they're nearby. Maybe we just need to look around.
Whoa, whoa! Huh? You want to go over? We're doing something important right now. We'll play with you later, all right?
Paimon, I think, little guy's a little smarter than you are.
Ah! Oh! Whoa!
You mean that the inscription's over there?
Ah!
Oh, wow. I heard that even now there's still Saurians who can sense an inscription's power, but I always thought it was hearsay. Could it be true? I suppose you really are no ordinary Teplosaurus, little guy.
So, you can do it too? Huh! You got some way to go before you can be as good as a guide as Paimon.
Eh? Paimon's jealous.
Says who? Paimon's way more broad-minded than she looks. That's just her way of praising him.
Okay, you can say the same thing about the people you've insulted in Sumeru.
Little guy didn't catch that at all. If only you were a little smarter.
I'm sure he'll understand someday. Precisely. Those in the tribe responsible for Saurian care always say that it takes time to truly establish a rapport with them. The secret to success is as follows. Exercise patience and constantly communicate. Whether humans wish to understand Saurians or Saurians humans, they both need lots and lots of time.
True. Just like Paimon didn't get what little guy was trying to tell us just now either. Sorry, little guy.
Paimon apologizing?
Wow. Wow. You clicked the reply, though. Paimon will give you that. All right, we'll follow you and see if we can find any golden patterns.
Golden patterns, you say? Like, where'st? I'm assuming the graffiti has something to do with this? Perhaps? Oh, well, that's convenient.
Ah, be careful!
Oh my god, my chest! Hi. How are you doing? Listen, it's been a rough day. Would you mind? Fine. Who's fighting me? The child? No. Literally leave me alone. I'm literally trying not to. Oh, girly pop, you're going. All right.
Oh, the iridescent.
Wow. Oh my god.
Ah, the water suddenly.
Find a way to touch the inscription. I can't go through there. There a roundabout way of doing this? Oh, hi, lever. Excuse me. No one asked you to touch a lever, my guy. Oh?
The mechanism's broken?
The ruins are very, very old. It's a miracle that the water control still works at all. It's a miracle that there is water control in the first place. Looks like we'll try to have to find another way. Yoink! Oh, well, that's convenient. I don't have to do anything, do I? I do like that they just teleport you back. It's really nice. And you give me money! We love that for us. I would like to exit the Saurian body, though. Investigate. What was that? Red metal key. A key you found in the sulfuric veins. A key that I can't find in my inventory. Oh, there you go. Who knows where the door may lead? Okay.
Ah, it floated away! Surely the eggshell would be complete now.
Oh, there we go. Well, the iridescent inscription should be mended now. Let's head down below to the lesser shadow pin to take a look. Or I'd like to get out of the menu. There we go. Looks like that's working. Ah, just as I thought. The iridescent inscription is now displayed beneath the lesser shadow pin. All right, repair time. Where do I need to go? That's gonna blow up. This is definitely more convenient if you have like any of the climbing characters for sure. Oh, girly pop, why is the mountain slowly descending upon me? Stop, preferably. Oh my god. Can we maybe not do this on such dangerous land, perhaps? Is that lava? Oh, girly pop, that better not be lava. I better not be seeing lava below me. Oh my god. There we go. Well,
Well, that was fun. Oh, new pathway? We did it! The 2 shadow pins have already been plunged back to the earth. Wow! Nice work! Another round of applause couldn't hurt. I'd clap my hands till they fell off if I could, but then I couldn't write another story, so forgive me for not doing so. Still, I assure you that in my heart, not but bones remain attached to my wrists. Well? Yeah, that's getting kind of creepy. Listen, it is his way of expressing it, that's all. Really? And here I thought that kids these days like their stories with a little dash of darkness. Watching the shadow pin bury back down into the ground really takes a load off my soul. Wait a minute, is that last line? Was that, the Hoyo devs being cheeky with us, just being like, I thought kids these days wanted the little darker seeds, you know, because Natlan's the nation of war or something, and everyone was complaining that everything looks too bright and colorful. Like, I wonder if that's what it was. I highly doubt it. Long-standing tradition dictates that we now only need to check the 3rd lesser shadow pin and the greater shadow pin, and we can call this job well done. Abyss successfully busted, not to return for a good long time. The rest of this trip could be quite safe, so feel free to come along and chat with me. I like to know the heroes I'm describing into our tribe stories better, you know? In that case, you gotta say something like this. The mighty Paimon was as tall as a mountain. In that case, I'd like to be as large as 2. Wow! 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 Hey, what do you mean by that, little guy? You want to be as tall as 3 mountains? Wow! Aw, little guy, you truly are a saurian of prodigious appetites. Ooh! Ha! Sure. In that case, my brave warriors, Paimon, as tall as a mountain, traveler with a stature of 2, and little guy who has the bulk of 3. Would you kindly come with me, T2, the poor little human-sized dwarf, to check on that little last shadow pin? Wonderful, it's solid. Almost as if it was grown from the very soil, or robust even, that the roots of the great mother tree that grows beneath the scions of Canopy's mountain cliffs. Now I can head back and take up my shift in peace. I'm sorry, what the frick do you mean, great mother tree that grows beneath the scions of Canopy? I don't know if that means, like, an Irminsul root, or if that means, like, something taken from Aztec or Incan culture. One of their mythologies, they also have something to do with, like, a giant tree as well. Hello? You want to expand upon that? One of the 3 lesser shadow pins, the most reliable, you remained. If I should ever pen a tale about the pins transforming into lovely tribeswomen, you shall be the loveliest among them. Not you humanizing a pin, but you know what? I've seen fan artists do their work. I can... Someone out there, feel like you can do it. Wow! So you were the one most interested in stone pillars all along, huh? Shocking! Hey, now that's ignorant speaking. Here in NATLAN, we believe that pure spirit and intelligence dwell within all things. For us, things taking on human form is the most traditional theme. For example, the tale of a beech tree shadow that transformed into the young woman and a young Flower Feather Clan tribesman who fell from the sky. Or the story of a man who was human by day, but who would morph into a saurian under the moonlight at night. Okay, the second one is definitely a Selkie one. The first one, I think, has to do with possibly a reference to the other quest that has something to do with, like, the fallen star shards, which that story slash world quest is actually a reference to an Incan mythology called the Manco Capac and Mama Okolo, or at least those are the 2 legendary figures who are the founders of civilization in Cusco. Manco Capac was the son of the sun god Inti and moon goddess Mama Kila, and he himself was worshipped as a fire and sun god. Many are the ways such tales are told, but they're all variations on the same theme I spoke of. Sounds a little dubious to me. Not all themes, okay, not all mythology stems from the same place, but I will say there is a lot of mythology that transfers to now current day life. Like, think about how many times the Odyssey has been readapted and adapted again, and then readapted, the readaptation. Like,
it'll traverse through time. They don't all reduce down to the same theme. Well, that is what a lot of stories say. That much I swear to one who tells tale.
Wait, what about the Shadow Pin story then? There's no real shadow of the Volcano Lord, is there? And if the shadow is the abyss, then what is a pin, really?
Why does this sound like... It sounds like that one artwork by Renee Magritte, I think is their name. Sissy n'est pas un pipe. This is not a pipe. I don't know, the way that it was phrased sounds exactly like that. Oh, you're a lot sharper than I thought, little Paimon. Let's see. Where should I start with such a story? Long ago, the mountain range where the children of Echoes made their home was not as it is today. It was a more normal, more complete, more lovely. Everything changed when the Connery catastrophe struck. Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
The Connery catastrophe?
Indeed, Natlan's ley lines were always special and somewhat delicate. And so this calamity brought utter devastation. They say that the Night Kingdom was severely damaged in the disaster, and the totem's pole's lights grew dim. The Wayub could not hear the tribe's cries. And upon land, a dark tide of disaster blazed towards the mountain range, brought on by 2 Conrian soldiers. It was they who were the source of the troubles. Ooh, okay, so specifically 2, but Dainsleif mentioned that there were, I forget, 4 or 6 people that caused Conrian's destruction. So maybe 2 of them came here? Like, but then where were the other people? I don't know.
Conrian soldiers?
That's right. At the time, the tribe's leader had gone forth in the lone island in the west to resist the giant beasts. Elder Traor had no choice but to contend with the abyss, and those who object, Conrians. Finally, the tribe's warriors, or Saurians, exhausted their spirit, flesh, and blood, found a way to use the iridescent inscription, fashioning a giant stone nails out of solid phlogiston. Ooh, I wonder if this is tied to the Sky Nail Lord. Like, maybe this is a reference to how the original Celestial versions were made. And Elder Traor was the first to leap into the dark pit, crying, "If the abyss should ensnare death, let us flip the script. With death and sacrifice, we shall ensnare the abyss." The brave warrior followed him in, and after much sacrifice, the abyss was, at last, sealed beneath the earth. This is the true tale of the past. Even the children of Echoes who excavate solid phlogiston and gems for a living know that the phlogiston around the stone nails must remain untouched.
So that's the story. Well, that happened 5 centuries ago, and yet you made it sound like it was something you saw yourself.
That's a storyteller's duty. I love my work. And amongst all the tales I tell, I love the stories of the heroes the most. I'm not a nimble fellow, nor am I the best fighter. If anything, I'm the furthest thing from a hero. But when I tell their stories, I feel like I'm right there, traveling, adventuring, and fighting alongside them. I feel them smile upon me, egging me on, as if standing in the shadows of the bonfires, listening to me as they would a friend bragging of their exploits. And perhaps that is how I fight alongside them, by ensuring that their stories will be passed down and remembered from generation to generation.
Ah! Wait a second. So what does that elder story have to do with the Volcano Lord? And why do the Shadow Pins have that name? Huh?
Still thinking about that, Paimon? It's simple. It's just a little play on words, commonly done in many stories. It's called a shadow pin because it pins shadows. Easy, right? Wow, you two made the same noise.
That's not where Paimon thought this was going! Wait, what's going on? You're shaking up and down, Traveler!
It's because the ground's shaking, Paimon. I blame T2's awful jape.
Come on! My joke wasn't that disastrous!
The big shadow pin. That's where the tremors are coming from. Something's wrong. Come on, we need to get back there. Why did this? We drove all the 3 lesser pins into the ground, but the abyss influence is still getting stronger. That's impossible. The Woven Scroll stories clearly state that things our experiences do not prepare us for do sometimes happen. Wait, am I losing my mind? Experiences do not prepare us for do sometimes happen. Okay, that's where the phrase was going. I misread that the entire time.
It's more accurate to say that accidents happen so often that even Paimon stopped being surprised.
Could it be that some change has overtaken the abyss surging within the ley lines, causing its resistance to grow stronger?
Either way, it feels like something's terrible happening down there. Why don't we try getting a closer look? You know, like all the horror movies, where we go down into the danger because we want to investigate it and eventually die?
Ah! Oh, I wasn't serious, little guy. Please do, traveler. Oh, girly pop. Investigate the area beneath the canyon, not cannon. Imagine just a giant canyon. Cannon blows. I can't fucking speak, bro. This is kind of reminding me of 1.3 ZZZ story. This area.
Ah! Where did all these monsters come from? They're such black.
They're rift wolf hounds. Are you surprised?
Take care of them, quick!
Let the mountain's veins boil!
Bombs away!
Oh, are those people out of all places?
Hey, what? Oh no, I thought they were gonna help us. Watch out, those are fabled night soul warriors. Something, I couldn't read. T2, please.
Blown away!
Please tell me you're not, like, hydro resistant. That's all I'm asking for.
Bow your head.
Huh. So we can possess people to help the abyss now. Like, if they get corrupted by the abyss and stuff. Well, guy, be careful.
Let engraved names echo!
Ow. You mind?
Yes, you are. Qualified after all.
Oh? No, traveler, get out of the way. The shadow pin up there, it's about to come crashing down. Hello? Oh, that's not good. Oh! And that's it. That's where the traveler dies and never sees their sibling again. Traveler. Paimon. Little guy, are you all unhurt?
Paimon's okay. Kinda. You don't look injured, little guy. Did the big pillars scare you just now?
Good to see that you're okay. I was pretty frightened too.
There, you two. Don't be scared. The ever-reliable Paimon is you.
I don't like that you're looking into the camera, my guy. Well, that was a lucky break amidst our misfortune. This cloud of smoke is huge. Every bit as large as the plumes of volcanic ash hurled out by the volcano lord in these stories.
Still, Paimon didn't think that the big shadow pin would come crashing down and pour such a huge hole in the ground!
As to that... to be honest, I don't know what comes next. But, we could always inspect the hole first. For all we know, maybe this isn't too big of a deal, right? It would be the right moment for some sort of ironic twist after all. You know, like how Bandit finds the treasure he spent half his life searching for is actually worthless? Perhaps this place we've guarded for centuries has been empty all along. Or maybe we'll find that the story of the Shadow Pins is but a 5 centuries old prank for some bored ancestor of ours came up with. Sorry, I know I'm rambling, but I can't help but be nervous. Either way, I have no clue what we'll find down there. But still, I'll go.
Hey, don't worry about it. We'll come with you. It doesn't look too serious. It's just a really big hole. Right?
Just a normal kind of really big... The shape's kind of ugly too. I'd only give this hole 3 stars. Is crazy.
When did you become this kind of cavity connoisseur, huh? Sure, we've seen lots of these, but...
I'm sorry. I would never fucking say that again. I'm sorry. Cavity connoisseur? If that isn't an AO3 term by the time this is, like... This whole thing has been out, I don't want it.
Whoa! Whoa! Hey, don't you copy him when he's being a bad role model. You don't want to pick a bad habit.
That's where the greater shadow pin fell. It seems it's gone down much deeper than I imagined. It's almost like there was a huge open space down there to begin with. Right. This huge space can't have appeared because the shadow pin fell through it. It must have been here long before the shadow pin suspended above it. To prevent anything that might crawl up from the surface, perhaps? Ooh. Anyway, things look all right over here for now. I'll report this back to the tribe later. Oh, you think things are all right now?
Calamity, pain, save!
Shock! What was that? I heard a voice.
What's wrong? You all don't look so good, especially you, T2.
It's just as I feared. The iridescent inscription on the pin must have sent something down there, causing it to fall. That legend is real. The spirits of the fallen Conrian soldiers are about to emerge.
T2, are you okay?
Not really, I'm afraid. That voice, so cold, so coarse. Just listening to a few syllables was like running my brain across sandpaper.
If it's that bad, why don't you stay here and keep watch, just to make sure no one falls in and all.
And as for us, we'll go down and see what's happening. No, you can't. It's dangerous down there. There's no reason you should be put in more peril, and I will not be the one to do it. We've exchanged names, but not blows. That makes us friends. So calm in the face of danger. Are you used to it, or is this just the natural result of possessing overwhelming strength? Well, let us go down together then. If T2 dies, I'm gonna be so mad, bro. I don't have the power to resist the abyss, as I am one who tells tales. I might be some help regarding that below NATLAN's surface. Besides, to witness things to their completion is a storyteller's duty. But let's take 5 first. Once we're ready, let's head into this cavernous cavity, shall we? I don't like this. Check the hole below. Sure. Yippee! Such agony. Leave. That voice, it's becoming clearer, as though it's in my head. Hello, mysterious voice. Whoa. Why did you move? Oh, inscription. Just as I thought. The iridescent inscription that was supposed to be on the shadow pin's here. Let's figure out what the inscription is responding to. Why don't you try touching it? Oh, hello. Yeehaw. Check the hole below. Oh, why is that a huge cavern?
Huh? Why is there a stone tablet here?
It might have been left by the tribesfolk of the past. That happens quite often around here. Long ago, this was a boundary marker telling you that you've crossed the line. You can sometimes find stones with patterns carved in white on them throughout our lands that serve the same purpose. They've just all been abandoned.
So that's what happened.
Boundaries and borders are no laughing matter here. Between the living and the dead, within and without, above and below. Only those who have crossed these lines can grasp the danger they face. It's said that there was once a stone tablet in ancient ruin that reads thus: "If any tread past this stone with ill intent, mine hand shall drake claw become, and grasp their neck shall I."
Wait! What if this stone tablet has that sort of warning or curse on it then?
I can tell at a glance. Treor left this here. To think that... Wait, where have I heard that name? It's the elder who fought against the abyss.
Wow!
You're quite avid listeners. Storytellers love people like you know. After all, the capacity to remember such tales is basic quality that all storytellers must have. Let me see. Boundary marker inscription. I am the elder of the children of Echoes, Treor, and I leave this inscription here. I am the storyteller of children of Echoes, Treor, and I leave this inscription here. I am the shield and spear of the children of Echoes, Treor, and I leave this inscription here. To impart to those who will come after, and to seek instruction from the ancestors in Wyab, and to smooth out my present wrinkles. Here I shall leave 3 blessings. The first is for my friends from afar. Let us have one more drink. Zephaniah and Irizar, you who guided the Black Flood here, the place of the seal. You do not wish me to name your deeds heroism, for you see it as only doing your duty. You would prefer to be known as cowards, rogues, or thorn in our side, that you should ever increase our vigilance like an aphid that bites a saurian. As the storyteller, thus did I promise you. Yet I must speak the truth here. Forever and always shall you be heroes who fought alongside our tribe, the brotherkin, the children of echoes. The second is for the valiant ones who were sacrificed. Let us have one more drink, my warriors, for we are illuminated by the incandescent god and guided by our chief Sundajata, and shall not tarnish their great names. We pray to the spirit of the Waxakalun Ubakan, the madman who stole the fire from the throat of the great dragon. To him we willingly offer up our deaths and lives, that he might block the arcane magic of the abyss with radiant glyphs. As an elder, I bless the warriors. May we one day be free. May every death have meaning, for all life has a place to return. The third is for those who come after and read this inscription. Let us have one more drink. To those who come after, for our hope, for our future. If you are reading this, know that the situation is dire, but that it is no time for fear. As a shield and spear of the tribe, I bless you. Know well that fortresses forged from the sacrifices of flesh and blood cannot stand forever, and the one true immortality is the indomitable spirit. May you be able to win your final victory.
It says, friends from afar, Zephaniah and Irizar.
I wonder if one of those names is the captain's old name, because he did come here 500 years ago. Or it could be one of the people that Dainsliff was talking about before.
Huh. You would prefer to be known as cowards, rogues, or a thorn in our side, that you should never increase our vigilance like an aphid that bites a saurian. Yet I must speak the truth here. Forever and always shall you be heroes who fought alongside our tribe, the brotherkin of the children of echoes. Ah! Wait! So those Conrians fought alongside the tribe then?
Well, the names of those two have always featured in stories as embodiment of evil. They've even appeared in my nightmares. If you don't stop crying, the ghosts of the Conrian soldiers will follow the sound and track your shadow, so they said. But it was all a lie? Such injustice, that those who gave their all for our tribe should bear such slander.
Yeah, that's so sad. Ooh.
They didn't care for their good name. They only wished to see their will fulfilled.
So that's how it is. Paimon gets it!
Or Paimon could just read the inscription that literally says it. That's why they've always been traced down as villains in every single story. Like, the reading comprehension is crazy. Please, Paimon.
Most heroes don't do great deeds to become heroes. They become heroes because they do those deeds. That's why they don't care about what others think of them.
Perhaps you're right, but... there's the iridescent inscription goes. Oh, bye. How you think I'm gonna... what? Oh, sure, we can just do that. Oh, that looks bad, actually.
So this must have been where they finally sealed the abyss. Look, Traveler, there's so many golden patterns in the middle there.
You can also see traces of abyss leakage here. Looks like that's the thing attracting the iridescent inscription. We need to get over there and have a look. Whoa. Are you the two heroes? Zephaniah.
Leave. Seal this place. As promised.
That voice seems to come from the very depths of an unmoving statue. The rejection in those words are like two resolute hands that aim to push you from this place. Oh. Sword and shield! Pokemon! I know. Irizar.
Leave. Go. I don't want him to see me like this.
The voice seems to come from the very depths of the unmoving statue. There's a hint of respect towards someone remaining within. Damn, they died here.
I told you, it's dangerous. Get out of here. Calamity, the seal, torn apart.
The voice is more complete now, but somehow it's not as frightening as before. My head hurts a little, though.
How are you feeling, traveler?
Now that's what I called surround. Shut up, B!
What? That's not what Paimon is asking at all! Anyway, how are you feeling, little guy? Whoa? Yeah, it looks like you're fine, too.
Now that we're here, it's clear that the voices we heard were coming from the stone pillar must have been those of the Conrian soldiers who've been sealed here, too.
Whoa! I mean, they were sealed in for many years, alongside the Abyss, but what's gone wrong here?
I think the problem here is similar to one we encountered with the lesser shadow pins above. The surging abyss has caused the iridescent inscription's power to shatter, be squeezed out of the giant sealing pillar.
That means we'll need to find a large inscription fragments and find a way to put this eggshell back together again, right?
Indeed. That way the seal can be fully restored, and the abyss will stay sealed in this place. Then everything will likely go back to normal. Oh,
Little guy, be careful.
but as with the lesser shadow pins, the solid phlogiston surface will have an intense adversarial reaction to the abyss, which is why the ground undulates so. We must be careful.
Where are we gonna find such fragments, though? Wow! Huh? Can you sense the inscription's power hidden inside that thing, little guy? You sure do have a pretty sharp nose. Wait, you're using your nose, right? Wait, was that stone even there before?
Did it just appear as you approached the large inscription, traveler?
Huh? Well, whatever. Let's take a look around that rock first, shall we? Ah! Why are there so many reptiles?
Oh, I got trapped in here.
Wow! Be
Be
careful, little guy.
sanctified.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize it would have the rock behind me. We will let become Zhongli for sure.
Alright, be fine to take a look at that rock. Wow!
Oh, break the solid phlogiston crystals. That I can do. As soon as newbie charges up his stuff. Oh, maybe I can't. Do I need physical? Okay. There we go. Touch.
Little guy's got a real instinct for this, so it must mean something. Look, there's another one of those rocks over there.
Ooh. Do you have to time it? Oh. How am I gonna get up there? Climb. This would be much easier if I put Kinich in my party. However, I did not.
Great, that's the second rock containing the inscription's power.
Oh, girly pop, how am I supposed to get up there? There's another one, right on top. Oh. Now, how am I supposed to get up on there? Oh, where am I? Oh, perhaps this wasn't it. Oh, perhaps this wasn't it. I'm 100% supposed to be using those moving platforms somehow. Rise up into my world. Renew your Boink.
Hey, your truck get floated off in the middle. That ought to do it, right?
Oh,
So high. Let it shine. Stop.
This is order. Bow your head.
Homie, I was just trying to sing some Robin songs, like...
Stabilize.
Okay, homie was not attacking me, but sure.
Praise.
Oh, the one who
Silence.
comes after the inscription. Interesting title. Maybe, have you
Let
ever
the
thought about
mighty
not
be
doing
humble.
that? You know,
Shine down.
Bow your head.
there we go. Oop. Oh, maybe I wasn't supposed to fall off that platform. Perhaps I wasn't supposed to fall off the platform. A little less elegant than I wanted to. Great, the fourth fragment's flown over too. Ah, we're surrounded. We have to get the fragment of the destined inscription to bring balance back to the solid phlogiston. It's the only way we can hope to avoid being swallowed up by the earth. What? Okay. I'm following. Oh, no. Rise up into my world. I don't like this is a puzzle. Oh, so high. Let it shine. Maybe I'm supposed to go to the glowing light. Maybe that's an indicator. Stop. Okay. Ah. Huh? Is the fragment of the iridescent inscription over there?
Gather.
That's gotta be the last one, right? Oh god, I'm going into light. I'm dying. Peepaw, it's your time to go. I'm sorry. Oh, we're fine. Just touch it once more and let the power of the phlogiston flow fully through the inscription. That way, the eggshell should seal up completely, preventing the abyss from escaping. Yeah, that should solve our problem! Hopefully! Huh, let me try. T2? You want to try? I believe in him.
Quick! Seal us inside too, just as we agreed. Then leave! Get out of here! Why aren't you leaving? The calamity!
Listen! There are more voices. More than those two soldiers for sure. Behind the glowing inscriptions, from a place further still than the anguished howls, you hear wrathful roars, the pained whimpers of saurians. You hear the sound of incoherent flesh and blood merging, the sick, giant, sticky, approaching footfalls of some giant thing beyond your description. But you also hear something like thousands of hands. Thousands constantly resisting, pushing outward. You hear the endless battle in the narrowing darkness. It is torment unto eternity. Ah! They cannot find peace. Those heroes are still locked in battle to this day, preventing the abyss from flooding out of the iridescent inscription. The stories I tell have a purpose. We must always remember those brave warriors and their sacrifices. And yet, such suffering. Though the heroes were wounded, they shook it off and stood up, nothing hurt withal. That is what the stories say. But real wounds cannot be so easily shaken, nor true torment so easily conquered. There they have suffered so long, in that tiny, lightless world. Isn't there anything we can do for them? I want to as well, but the abyss. Perhaps the only thing we can do is inherit their will and reseal the inscription. Nor has this been the first time the shadow pin has fallen. In our tribe's tales, anyway. Someone must have been here before, and someone must have read Treor's tablet. Those who came before to restore the inscription must have seen what we saw. And yet, our stories did not change, for the warnings they gave were real.
as were the dangers. All we can do is restore the inscription and leave, to remember always, never forget all that we have witnessed.
Still, they're supposed to be heroes. They've never been left here to suffer forever.
You're right, Paimon. This is no end for heroes. I know that. I wish to give them peace too, but I don't have that power. Just a storyteller.
Traveler? Well...
Don't worry, we're strong together. Let's rewrite this story's ending! Really? You'd do that, Traveler?
Of course he would! Cross Paimon's heart! Oh!
Abyss is dangerous beyond compare. I'm not questioning your strength, but don't push yourself too hard.
Don't worry! We've got experience with stuff like this. And we have the inscription in a pinch, too.
True. Even more impressive than I could have imagined. To be willing to give all to resolve others' pain. Truly, you are great heroes. And I am a storyteller, so I will record the tale of heroes. Well then, traveler, oh hero from another land, please. Show me how you shall valiantly triumph over the abyss. That we shall do. So, shall we unseal the iridescent inscription now? Or do you want to make some preparations first? Let's go. Alright. Wish you success, traveler. Well, that doesn't look great. Oh! Battle time! Don't tell me you're just gonna break open and unlock. Oh!
Didn't we agree that we make our exit as soon as the seal was ready? Quick, sure, lead your people away.
Oh! The warrior who gleaved the dark tide.
Order guide you.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Stabilize.
I gotta re-encase you with rocks.
There is no escape.
Let my name echo in song!
Settle down.
I will never submit to the dark. You shall not pass.
Excuse me, sir. I'm trying to do things. You don't
Be
mind.
sanctified.
Homie, could you not be a Reinhardt right now? Like, relax. I need your shield to, like, go away.
My duty is done. The centuries of
Silence.
You seem to pass the leads.
Ow! Oh my god!
A fleeting dream.
Let me go right. There we go.
Did you see? Your orders have been carried out. You won't be disappointed.
Ah, did it work? Oh, wait. That was the same pattern as, like, when we go in domains and the trees and stuff. Hey! Lore stuff? Oi! No. Go back there. Hello? Are we in the Night Kingdom? What the heck?
Well, this is weird. There was all that scattered light earlier and then we suddenly found ourselves here? Ah,
That's a cat. A big, sparkly space cat.
come over here.
Okay.
You have brought so many slumberers, they who should have rested in peace. Perhaps they prayed to spirits they should not have besieged. But that was a moonless night, where naught could be seen. The night has long forgiven them. Yet hate and filth shall never rest, and they too shall never truly sleep again. Thank you, O you who are beloved. You have soothed their fury, which raged in the darkness. It was you who brought them into the night's reflection. The outland souls, too, may now return where they were headed. Go now, but beware the fearful instigators, and the ends plotted by those bearing ill intent.
What does that mean, kitty? What does that go? What? Are you referencing Capitano? Like, are you referencing, like, why? What? I don't understand what you mean!
Oh, there you are, buddy. You're back! Little guy and I were worried, honestly. What did I say, little fella? They're fine, see? Ooh! Not that we can explain where we went just now. We saw a glowing cat.
I see. In any case, thank you, Traveler. I never expected that the abyss here could truly be purified. The iridescent inscription too is gone, almost as it was no longer needed to stay. The tormented voices have also fell silent. And that glowing light, oh, it flowed like water spreading across the ground. I even felt as if there were people within that light, waving at us.
Well?
Do you see them too, little one? And there was that light that surrounded you, and then you were gone.
Huh. We didn't see anything, though.
Thank you so much. Once again, Traveler. Paimon. You too, little guy. You truly are remarkable heroes. Thank you. On behalf of all those warriors who can finally know peace, Trior's final wishes have been fulfilled. And as for those two Conrian soldiers, no. Conrian heroes. Now that the Abyss is no longer present, they need no longer serve as a warning to us. I must pen a story about them. About how they helped save the children of Echoes. In truth, I did have a flash of revelation as to what their thoughts must have been. The Abyss represents such terrible peril that, were it up to me, I too might have made up some horror story to keep others from the tribe clear of this place. It seems almost funny how I was previously worried about having nothing to write. Now there's almost too much here. In our tale about a golden-haired outlander, a flying white fairy, and a little Tepliosaurus, and how they saved our tribe.
That sounds like a pretty awesome synopsis already.
Indeed. Stories pass on and stories change. Perhaps one day, a long, long time hence, even you might become as big as a mountain, Paimon. Hark! Behold the mighty mountain Paimon!
Look at ye, how she swallows a sweet potato the size of a sumpter piece in a single bite. Wow! Wow!
I doubt there'd be too many of those, Paimon. And as these stories pass down, I imagine that those two soldiers too will eventually become heroes. They might not have cared themselves, but I know that this is what I must do. Once again, Traveler, Paimon, you have my utmost thanks. You too, of course, sharp little guy.
Whoa!
As a storyteller, I swear to write for you the most exciting tale of adventure. Speaking of that, I should probably head back to the sentry post to take up my shift. I almost forgotten about that and miss all the excitement. I sure hope Yukome doesn't tear me a new one for being gone so long.
Yeah, you should totally get back there, pronto.
Let the record show that I verbally consent
This
to
place
relinquishing
is
these
so
items into your
pretty.
possession.
Oh my god. And we could just come down here. But I wonder... Okay, if those were the two Conrian soldiers, I wonder if they served in the platoon that Capitano was a part of, like long time ago. It feels likely, right? Because a bunch of people, like his platoon specifically, escaped to from Conra to NATLAN. So they helped to kind of like clear the abyss in this area. I wonder in the future if Capitano is actually playable and you come here, I wonder if he'll say anything or if there's like any references to like these two people within Capitano's story. I would love that. Just a little bit of flavor text. But man, you have so many questions that remain unanswered, NATLAN. I guess we'll see. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen next.